Alrighty, welcome back to Awful Taste But Great Execution, brought to you by the like button, which politely requests that you click it. This month had a lot of not safe for work posts, so I pre-screened those. Here's the thing. I don't want to expose whoever's editing the video to something that they don't want to see. If I end up seeing something terrible, that's fine, but then the editor has to go and cut it out, and they probably don't want to see that stuff. Anyway, so yeah, let's start off with number 19, one of the not safe for work posts. Men's underwear made from computer parts because why not? But not too not safe for work. Because yeah, it looks perfectly comfortable having just a bunch of chipsets around your waist. I'm sure that, you know, putting pants on top of that, it's not uncomfortable at all. I guess this would be worn when, yeah, that's the only thing being worn. You don't put anything over it. The point is to show it off, and I mean, I guess you might as well wear it to the beach or something, because it's not like those are plugged in, although it would be kind of great if they actually lit up and like flashed around. It's like a ring of lights that just kind of flash around the top over and over. That'd be great. That would be wonderful, actually. Then you wouldn't be able to wear it to the beach. It'd be a bit risky. This meat/cheese ball that was brought to a party. Honestly, it looks like, have you ever seen like the head of a pig that's been unalived? Because sometimes pig heads are used as analogs for human heads in like a science show or something. It really kind of looks like that. Like the olive eyes, I don't know, it really reminds me of like the pig head. But why is it a ball? Is that just like a solid thing of cheese and then they kind of just coat it over it? The texture or the amount of meat versus cheese is kind of making me a little bit squeamish. I feel like if that's just solid cheese underneath there, there's not enough meat in proportion to the cheese. It's kind of unsettling. Oh God. Makes you want to brush your teeth, I guess. I didn't know what it was from the thumbnail. But now I'm just like, is it supposed to be teeth? Is this at a dentist's office? Or does it just look like teeth because it's white stones inside of a gum-colored resin? I don't think that was the goal. I don't think they wanted it to look like teeth. I think it just ended up that way. And at this point, it was like too far gone. Like, we've invested this much time in making it. We really didn't think it was gonna look like teeth at the start. And now we're stuck with it. Damn. Imagine getting that far along and investing all the resources only to find that this is the outcome. Bondage Birdhouse. I mean, it's safe for work at the very least. You gotta love the thought that was put into the little ring around the peg for the birds to hang out on. The counterproductive part of this is that the spikes are more or less the very same as what's sometimes put on top of ledges on buildings in order to prevent birds from making nests and then pooping on the people walking on the sidewalk below. But I guess as long as the bird figures out they just need to go inside of there, inside the bondage hole. Just it's bondage birdhouse, condom corsage. We can get another alliteration here? No? I'm disappointed. You know, at first glance you don't even realize what it is, and then you take a closer look and you're like, oh, huh, that you went and did that, huh? I wonder where that artistic inspiration came from, of like all the things that you could have used to make kind of a fake plastic flower. I suppose those are probably pretty durable. Sequin clock. Okay, this is not awful taste but great execution. This is actually really cool. Wait, this is awesome. I feel like eventually, right, you're gonna probably have issues with the sequins kind of falling off, I would imagine, because it can't be that durable. Just the little plastic flimsy things. I like the idea. I just think that it probably has a shelf life of about a day. Dr. Phil's Mansion is the definition of this subreddit. So it's funny. I actually saw this listing because I browse listings a lot in the LA area just to kind of stay current on where things are at. And I clicked on this one. And I was browsing through it and I was like, what in the heck is this? This is the weirdest decor I've ever seen in my life, and it totally didn't match the outside of the house. I think if I recall correctly, the outside is like just kind of a traditional Spanish red tile white stucco exterior, something kind of like that. It was either Spanish or Mediterranean. And then the inside is just like streetwear dolls and weapons on the wall and really gaudy decor. And I'm like, what the weirdest contrast between the outside and inside of a house I've ever seen in my entire life. And I'm like, this is not what I expected out of Dr. Phil, because I saw the house and I'm like, this is weird. And then I see the article like a couple days later and I'm like, I've seen that house. What? This Dr. Phil's? This is not what I thought Dr. Phil's house would look like. Since y'all enjoyed my flea bag, here's more work by the same artist. God. Oh my God, dude. Seeing it on the wrist, oh, it's so unsettling. Bro, if I were really young and I just saw that around somebody's wrist, I feel like I'd go home to my mom and be like, Mom, I saw someone who had this crazy centipede on their wrist when I was out. She'd be like, what are you talking about? I'd be like, this is a real thing. It was wrapped around their wrist. It must have been a tamed centipede. And she'd be like, sure it is, honey. But it does look really realistic and so creepy. It's terrifying. You'd look at your wrist and forget you were wearing it and be like, Jesus Christ. When did I end up in Jurassic Park? The technical skill is there. This is some like next level fades. It honestly almost looks like some sort of geometric sculpture. Can you imagine this being made of metal or something, and you have different like metals kind of all intertwined in this sculpture that's mounted out of a fountain or something, except it's someone's hair. The problem here is this lasts for about the amount of time it takes to take the photo, and then the hair has grown out enough that it just doesn't work anymore. This would require just absolute ultimate maintenance, but very, very impressive fades. Ice cold drip. Bro, I actually know this guy. This is Jesse. I met him at a Maker Studios Disneyland tour probably like 4 or 5 years ago or something like that. And he was actually wearing the earring to nose ring chains at that time. And I was like, this is the most wild thing. I've never seen someone wear this before. But at the same time, he's also like unfairly good looking. And so he can totally pull it off. And you're like, yeah, you know, I could never do that, but that works for you. Congratulations on being able to do that. Because if I could do that and it would look cool, then maybe I would. But I think all I'm capable of is just, you know, vanilla, basic facial hair and stuff. But super nice dude. And yeah, kudos to him for being able to pull that stuff off. Starbucks cosplay was a no-no. But then we're gonna move on to Onesie, which I'm not really sure why this is marked as not safe for work. It's kind of just an outfit. The whole 80s style is definitely coming back, where it's like having the pants with the super duper high waist. Why not just take it to the next level where the waist just goes all the way up and you don't even need to wear a top. Your pants just are the top. Honestly, I think this is just genius. Just embrace the 80s and bring it into the 2020s with the highest tops imaginable. I'm surprised we haven't seen more of this. Absolute fashion icon. Brazilian ad for condoms. 2 posts about them this month. I don't know what it's trying to communicate. Our plastic is so strong that not even these 3 world leaders can... Dude, you call Kim Jong-un a world leader? I don't know if that's the proper term for him. But not even these 3 can get out of the plastic. I feel like that's a suffocation hazard there. I'm not gonna lie, like very unsafe. Do not go all the way inside of the plastic bag or condom if you can find one that fits you. I don't know, they are pretty stretchy. So this is, do not try this at home. Blobfish Supra. It really is. Oh God. Can we get a side by side? Can we get blobfish and Supra next to each other? I do feel badly when I see the blobfish image because I know that's due to a pressure difference between where it came from and when it's on the surface. Ah! But it does look like the blobfish when it's on the surface with the nose. And the top, for the last month, Doritos Crusted Mountain Dew Cheesecake with Mountain Dew Jello top. I love cheesecake. One of my favorite desserts. But this, I'm not sure if it does it for me. I'm not sure that I want Doritos on my cheesecake, if I'm being honest. You know, a little bit of saltiness is actually really nice, but yeah, and I get it. It's like you nacho cheese Doritos, cheesecake, but it's different. It's kind of different. Mountain Dew Jello topping could be good, but I don't know if it fits on a cheesecake. You just can't beat the classic New York cheesecake with a little bit of like strawberry or raspberry on the top, a little bit of like raspberry glaze over it. It's just nothing's gonna beat that. This could be good, but it's can't beat the classic New York cheesecake. I'm sorry, it's just too good. All right, well, that's it for the last month of Awful Taste but Great Execution. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Make sure to like if you liked. Brought to you by Like Button as our sponsor, so do the thing. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and check out the playlist in the description if you want to catch more Awful Taste but Great Execution videos and you haven't gotten your fill. I'll see you next time. Haven't gotten your Dr. Phil. I thought of it too late. Damn.
Kathy?